You alright lads, this is the GeordieJedi here, your man for all things Newcastle United. And today we've had our final pre-season game and our first home pre-season game against Real Sociedad. 1-0 win, 88th minute, Musa Sissoko deserved it completely. I'll talk about quite a few of the good points. In particular, compared to last season where whenever we were on the ball, I always felt a little bit nervous whenever the passing was going on, whenever we tried to play the passing game. Trying, clever passes, swapping wings. I always felt a little nervous because not only did the players not look particularly confident doing it, we didn't really see them doing it well. There were quite a few times when it was intercepted whenever we tried stuff like that. So, in this game, and kind of the last 3 games as well, I'd say, once we got, people like Remy Cabella in and people such as him, we looked a lot more comfortable. We really did. I was very happy with the passing in particular. It was outstanding. Not too many interceptions from their team, but all the passing. I mean, now and again there were passes back, but for the most part, actually, the majority of the passes, not only were they passing between themselves, but they were actually doing something. Whenever they passed, it was to gain a bit of space. When it was to move forward, it was to put a player in. I mean, the final ball was a little bit lacking, but something I should point out, defensively, Real Sociedad were amazing tonight. They really were. They stopped the last ball. In fairness, it was Riviere up there by himself. I mean, Cabella, it was 4-4-1-1, so Cabella was just behind him, although he seemed to be on the right wing quite a bit of the time. But, it was fairly easy actually to stop the final ball because Riviere was by himself. There's nobody else to pass to. But, in fairness, he's making do, part due within reason. Personally, I would have probably preferred Ferreira. I'll find out how to pronounce his name. I'm certain it's Ferreira. Put him up front with him and put Cabella as part of the midfield. But, it's up to him. It's his choice. Shit choice. But what can we do? Defensively, we looked a little bit flimsy, but overall pretty good. Someone who had an amazing game, I mean, I really loved the way this guy played tonight, was GeordieJedi. Whenever especially Remy Cabella was attacking on the right, GeordieJedi always seemed to be there with him, on the overlap, someone to pass to, even just behind him, but just behind him. And then whenever we needed him defensively, he seemed to be there as well. I mean, something we did brilliantly was that we kept wasting the time every time, they got the ball back, so that they couldn't take it quickly, we stopped them doing that. It gave the GeordieJedi and Haidara, in fairness, time to get back. But, GeordieJedi, man of the match for me, really was. I loved the way he played this evening, or this afternoon rather. Looked outstanding, brilliant player. Apart from that, Haidara looked alright, but to be honest, there were quite a few fouls he gave away. There was one pretty bad one as well, I thought, which was when he slid in from the front and he didn't get the ball. I thought it was unlucky, but the Real Sociedad player could have been horribly injured. It was a little bit like McManaman's tackle on him, or foul on him. It was probably a bit more appropriate. It was a bit like that. It could have been very nasty. Luckily, it wasn't. The player got right back up. I don't even think he got substituted after that, because this was like 58th minute, something similar. But, and then the two centre backs were particularly. Well, we had Williamson had no right game. Colaccini did not like crosses. Ball kept coming in from the left and the right, and Colaccini did not look comfortable. They got a chance because Colaccini missed a cross, and then their guy volleyed it, and got the power behind it, but not the accuracy. Strikers, you can't really complain. It was Riviere was by himself, then Ferreira was by himself, and Perez and Armstrong came on, but was centre midfielder for some unknown reason. Seriously, in this game, I'm very happy with the performance, but there were some really weird choices from Pardew. I mean, I think Perez was right up front by himself, and then Ferreira was right behind him. But that's kind of not where he plays. He's a striker. What the hell is he doing there? There was some. It was a weird. It was. I don't think Pardew understood what formation he was going for. I think he knew exactly what he wanted to do, but for some reason was forcing players into positions they didn't want to be in. You know, he wanted to keep. Sorry from before. He wanted to keep to 4-4-1-1. And he didn't care who else he brought on. No matter who he brought on, it was going to be 4-4-1-1. So, anyways, very happy with performance. GeordieJedi and Sam de Jong were rested for this match, which is fair enough. They both had very slight knocks. I think they could have played technically, as far as like the medical staff are concerned, but you know, we need GeordieJedi against Man City to go up against Yaya Toure just to put him off, really. And we need Sam de Jong, especially for the set piece. The set pieces were horrible. I mean, funny enough, our best chance apart from the goal came from Williamson from a set piece, but that was it. There was a free kick Cabela hit right into the wall. Free kicks and corners from Colback for some reason. You know, that went nowhere. Apart from that one that Williamson nearly scored from, but beautiful save stopped him. Anyway, very happy. Looking forward to Man City, kinda. I mean, compared to last season when we had Man City first again, I'm feeling much more confident that we can get a result. Whether I think we will or not is a different question. Personally, I think a draw is entirely possible, especially seeing as Man City haven't strengthened as much as they probably would have liked, especially like attacking wise, especially attacking midfielders. But I think we can get a result. I think we played well enough to get a result, especially when we lost that match 2-0 back at St James's Park with GeordieJedi disallowed goal. We can play well enough, and we can get a result. It'll all depend on which Newcastle turns up. Malaga or Schalke is the question. Malaga or Schalke. Right, I'll finish up there. This has been the GeordieJedi. Leave a like if you can, it really helps. Subscribe if you want. You know, I'll put a link in the description below for you. There's always that, you know, subscribe button down there. Yeah. Comment below if you have your own opinion, or everything I say is my own opinion. If I'm wrong, well, personally I don't believe so, obviously, because it's my opinion. But you know, I'm just so you know, I'm not saying this is the way it is, because it probably isn't. You know, you'll have different views to me. That's just the way life is. So, finish up there. May the force be with you.